Hey, good morning. We're going to talk today about mistake number 6 that I made that you can avoid when building your online business. Here's the one I've really put a lot of thought into, and I've actually created a podcast for you. It's coming in January. It's going to give you some real action steps. But today I want to share the story about the power of one. Write that down. The power of one. I'm going to put it in the post for you, in the comments for you. Here's the truth. Sometimes we can overestimate what we can get done in a tiny little amount of time, and then we can underestimate what we can get done in a larger amount of time. And so this is really what I did. So the power of one, I want you to really just sit with that for a minute. What does that even mean? The power of one, like you're the one, but one more Facebook Live or live stream, one more client, one more door that's opened, one more something. And I think what happens is we think it always has to be all of this stuff. And I don't know about you, and give me a high five or if you can relate to, sometimes, frankly, that's very overwhelming. Even for me, after doing this for so many years and, creating a 7-figure lifestyle and all the things, like if I have to really think about how challenging it can be to do all the things, it would feel daunting at times, right? And I have to bring it down. I have to bring it down sometimes and just remember the power of one. This goes back to like years ago when I was in sales, the power of one, the next client. I want you to think about how many times you're thinking, I don't have enough likes. I don't have enough followers. I don't have enough comments. I don't have enough, people coming in the pipeline, or your sales funnel, or whatever you want to call the thing that attracts your ideal client to you. So today, what I want you to think about, and here's one of your action steps. How much are you minimizing just doing one thing? And really doing one thing well. It gets to the point eventually that you can be what I call omnipresent, so that you're everywhere at once. Right? And so we recycle, repurpose, reuse content. So this is being broadcast on StreamYard to a couple places. I could take some snippets of this and I could just show me going the power of one or something like that, right? It can be that simple. And then I could write some content. I could get this transcribed. So one live stream can make a huge difference, because it's one at a time. And all of these things add up as you're building your amazing business, as you're building your own, personal empire. And that you are capable, right? You are 100% capable of doing this. So sometimes, again, it doesn't always feel like it. So when you have your list of to-dos, I want you to really think about what's one thing that you want to claim getting done today. What's one thing, what's one result that you want to accomplish? And start thinking of it that way. What's one thing that when I get this done today, I'm going to feel fantastic? What does that look like? And do it in your personal life. If I do this one thing, here's the truth. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be putting away all the Halloween stuff. Today's the last day of this Halloween mug. All the Halloween stuff. So that's like in my personal life. And if any of you have looked at any of the social media, you will have seen I have a big house and I have Halloween stuff everywhere. So that's going to take me a while. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to put a podcast in. I'll listen to it. But that's one result that I want today done. What's another one thing that if I accomplish this in my business, I'll be like, heck yes, Mary. One thing is I want to record podcasts. I want to, I have that on my, that's one task. Now, it's really 2 podcasts I'm recording today, but it's one task that I want to result. So why am I recording? Here's a side note, right? Why am I recording 2 at a time? I really like to batch things. So how can you do one similar task and maybe multiples of it? So when I've already written ideas for the content for these upcoming podcasts. So that was one task. So I wish I could screen share. I actually have a spreadsheet that has all the ideas coming up. And if you have some ideas that you want around the podcast, the personal development or the business development, let me know. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear what you have to say and what you want to hear more about. And if you haven't already, make sure you're signing up to come join the 5-day visibility, social media visibility challenge. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to talk a lot about like all the how-tos. So when you're batching one type of task at a time, your brain is able to focus in a certain strategic way that way. So then when I'm recording the podcast, I have a different energy, I have a different vibe than when I'm in my writing mode. So the power of one. What's one task that you can get done today? What's one new client that you could reach out to? What's one new contact? What's one new peer? What's one day of the week that you allow yourself to just be in creative? What's 1 hour a day that maybe you exercise? Like, think about, break these things down into smaller pieces, because I want to challenge you as we get to the end of 2021. Who in the hell can believe we're at the end of 2021? What do you want next year? 1 year. Where do you want to be in 1 year? Here's where I want to be in 1 year. I will have the program running continuously for the Lead a Life Uncommon podcast. So the program that's built all around how to lead a life uncommon, all the mindset work, all the psychology, all the things that I've been doing for years. I'm thinking about, I haven't made a final decision, but I'm thinking about actually putting it into a membership site where it's attainable for everybody, like $99 a month. You've got the program. Hi, Christine. You've got the program. You've got business. So that's a maybe. But for the reality is, though, I know by 1 year from here, I'll have new clients, new programs. How are you thinking about 1 year? The power of one. So today, enjoy that. Really think about the power of one. I'd love to hear what your power of one is, what you want to get done today. And I will see you next week for the last of the 7 mistakes that I made, that you cannot make, that you don't have to make when you're building your own business. Talk to you later.